What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nora and thank you so much for watching. Today's video, we're back with another girl talk, and I'm really excited to share this conversation, this chat with you guys, because it's something that my girlfriends and I talk about a lot. I share this conversation with my cousins all the time. And, with me, I literally just turned 29 and already thinking about approaching 30, but kind of being in this age, it's something that a lot of people bring up all the time, especially my family, love them dearly. It's a conversation I feel like most of us, our elders, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, grandparents, whoever, are constantly bringing up. So I wanted to kind of just sit down and talking about, not being where I guess society tells you should be at a certain point in life. Feeling like, okay, I'm a woman, I'm single, I'm almost 30, 35, 40, whatever the age may be, and feeling like according to society standards or your family's standards that you're not quite where everyone expects you to be. And, I laugh and I smile because I think back to 16-year-old Nora, 18-year-old Nora, even 21-year-old Nora, where if you told me, or if you asked me where I thought I was going to be at 25 years old, I had that answer down. 25 years old, I'm going to be married, have a kid, probably be done having children by the time I'm 30, retired by 50. Girl. Girl, when they tell God your plan and he laughs in return 1000%. And now Nora, 29-year-old in the future, is also laughing at that plan. It's just so funny to look back and think of how much I thought my life would be in one place, and in not all aspects necessarily, but in a lot of aspects of my life, I'm not anywhere near where I thought I'd be, whether, I'm further along, or what in my mind I've learned to kind of start training myself and realizing I'm not behind in other aspects. It's just I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I wanted to kind of dive in on that conversation. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let's jump right in. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hopefully you guys enjoy today's video. Okay, so I don't have any agenda in particular, but again, just wanted to kind of share my thoughts around this, and hopefully you guys will continue the conversation down below. Let me know what you think, if you agree, disagree, whatever it is. I always love hearing from you guys. But I think society, I guess to start off, definitely puts a lot of pressure on us women, and as always, I will mainly be talking about this from a woman's perspective. I'm not a man, I can't speak from the male perspective. So I feel like society puts a ton of pressure on women on this timeline of, you've got to be married by a certain age, you've got to have kids by a certain age, pretty established in your career, so on and so forth. Obviously we have our biological clock that obviously gives us some sort of a timeline, but I find it very interesting that society overall, I feel, really places this pressure on women to follow this timeline. I can't speak for obviously every country in the world, but living in the US, living in Boston, you look around and I'm like, I can't really think of any time I've heard society or people really try to tell a man at what time he should do something, when a man should be married, when a man should start a family, when a man should settle down, X, Y, and Z. But there are movies, there are songs, there are laws that are trying to go in place, just so many things that I feel are created to tell women when and where and how they should live their lives and do things. And only until now, in my big age of 29, I feel like I'm starting to get comfortable enough to tell people, mind your business, and I'm gonna do things when I'm happy and I feel like it makes sense for me, okay? Like, don't project your insecurities on me. Don't try to put your, your failures where you feel like you lack on me, okay? Because you're 28, 29, 30, 35, 40 years old and you feel like you are not where you want to be in life, then you start to project that on me and make me feel like I need to be there as well. You know what I'm saying? Or like and when I say I'm talking about everyone. It could be, men, women, moms, dads, aunts, anybody. But you don't feel happy with where you are in life. So now you then project that onto me to make me feel insecure about where I am. And I definitely was someone who fell victim to that a lot, you know, growing up. And I mean, I don't think anyone in my life really meant any harm by it, but it was definitely something that was projected onto me. You know, let's just say for, you know, case in point with the matter of being married or even having kids. You know, I'm one of the younger women in my group, and I constantly hear, you know, other women or men even, you know, joke at the fact of, oh, well, damn, if she's 33, 34, 35 years old and she still ain't married, she must be crazy. Oh, well, girl, you 29 years old, you haven't settled down yet. When you gonna have kids? Girl, what? Listen, don't ask me when I'm having kids, when I'm getting married, what time I'm doing something. For one, if you don't have a uterus and can't bring a child into this world, okay? Let's talk about that first. If you are not going to bear a child into this world, I don't think it is your right to ask me when I am going to step into that journey. Now, if you are my partner, if you are my significant other, that is a conversation absolutely I think you have the right to have, you know, confidentially. But I already think it's inappropriate if, you know, a man definitely wants to ask that question. And I also think it's inappropriate if women do that as well. But I find it, again, very interesting that as a culture, as a people, as a society, we put that timestamp in that. I don't even know who created that all of a sudden you reach 35 and if you're not married, you're psycho. I don't even know where that came from. But I'm here to tell you guys, do you, okay, baby girl? Do you, do what makes you happy. The person that is out there and meant for you in this world, in this life. I am a Christian woman. I'm a firm believer in what God has for you will be for you. What God is going to send to you will get to you. So, if God has truly designed that partner out there for you, they'll be there, and they'll be there in your life when they need to be there. Some of us, I truly believe, you know, maybe you have met our soulmates already and it might not have been the right time for our soulmate to really be that for us. And some of us, you know, meet them further down the line. But I think whatever God has planned for you will happen for you. Whether that happens at 19 years old, 21 years old, 28, 35, 40, 60. I think everyone has a plan and a path that God has already designed for them. And society needs to say the hell out of it, okay? Society needs to say the hell out of it. And, you know, again, as I've gotten older, I know I've caught myself, you know, even asking some of my friends, you know, when they think they're going to do this, when they're going to settle down, when do they think about wanting to start a family? And I've even had to pull myself back and realize, like, for one, Nora, that's not your business. And you don't know what people are dealing with, you know, behind closed doors. You don't know if people are dealing with medical issues. You don't know if people have been trying and just haven't been able to conceive. You don't know if people just don't want that. Like, I hate to break it to a lot of people out there, but not everyone wants to have children. Not everyone aspires to marriage, okay? If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, go listen to my girl, okay? Y'all already know. But not everyone aspires to marriage. If that's what you aspire to, or if it's a big goal for you, fantastic. And if it's not, that's okay too. And even me, I can say wholeheartedly, that was something I had to work on, because for a long time, if any of my peers told me, I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids, I immediately was kind of just like, well, why? That's selfish of you. You're a woman. Imagine if your parents it felt that way and didn't bring you into this world. You know, as a woman, blah, blah, blah. And I got up on my high horse acting like I knew why they felt this way, instead of just saying, oh, well, you know, completely respect your standpoint, would love to know why you feel that way. Or even furthermore, if you really don't care to know, shut up and just keep it pushing. Like, don't ask. You know, just kind of move forward. And that's something that I have definitely worked on. And, you know, I've wanted to have this conversation because, again, you know, as I'm getting older, a lot of my girlfriends and my friends and peers and cousins are starting to get to the point where we are getting married and we're having babies. It's so funny because at 29, and let me know down below if you guys still react this way, I still almost feel like my friends and I are still like 16 or something. So when somebody comes and tells you they got pregnant, you're like, oh my God, girl, what you gonna do? And then they're like, sis, I'm 32 years old. Like, we planned this. And I be over here sick, like, okay, you know what? Yeah, she's right. Like, this is what people do at this time in life. So, you know, it's definitely something that I've talked about a lot more with my friends recently. And it's a conversation that I find myself always, you know, diving into. And I sit back and I'm just like, why? Why did society feel it was important to tell us that we should be doing things at a certain point in time? You know, if you're happy where you are and you're living a safe and healthy life and you're loving people, you're loving yourself, you're treating everyone with respect, who gives a shit if you're married or not, if you're looking to get married, if you have kids, if you're already the CEO or CFO or whatever it is, if you are happy and you are living and going through life as a pure human being, I finally, you know, I don't want to say finally because I knew this already, but the older I get, I'm appreciating the fact that that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Obviously, I'm not sitting here to tell anyone to just go be lazy and sit on your ass and not do anything and work towards anything. Of course not. But just because, you know, where I want to be in life right now, at my age or at this point in time in my life, doesn't mean that the next person needs to be there as well. And again, I'm harping specifically on my ladies and on my women because I know it gets tough. You know, coming from Caribbean background, Haitian, African, you know, households, I see it all the time. I see it all the time where, you know, women especially are pressured to settle down, find a man, start a family. Oh my God, you're 28 years old. You still haven't done this. We're worried. How are we going to get you married off? What are we going to do to make sure we have someone to take care of you? First off, and again, this is not to go to anybody directly. My parents, I have to say, I was very fortunate. I didn't grow up necessarily in a household like that, but I did see it a lot, obviously, with extended family. And I'm here to tell you guys, scratch all that bullshit. And I know I'm going to have some aunts and uncles who are going to be like, Nora, what are you telling people on the internet? But scratch it. Scratch all of that. I'm sure all of you have seen the quotes and the memes that it's like, oh yeah, my mom and dad really wanted me to settle down and get a successful man. Well, baby, you can be that successful woman. I don't need to marry the CEO because I am the CEO. I don't need to marry or settle down with a man who's going to bring something to the table because, baby, I built the table. Okay. Hair flip. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. Okay. Like, I get so passionate about that because it's just like, why are we telling all of our young girls, young women, that is what we should aspire to? And again, guys, I'm not down talking, you know, wanting to aspire to marriage at all. It is something I aspire for. I look forward to being able to husband y'all to death. I can't wait to cancel my plans and be like, oh, sorry, my husband needed me. Okay. Like, I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. But it's not my end all be all. You know, that's not what's going to define me. Me being Mrs. Whoever, it's not going to define me, and it's not what makes me Nora. Okay, it's not. It's never going to be what defines me as Nora. It will only enhance it, 1000%. It will enhance it, but it ain't gonna make me. And I just wanted to have this conversation to let my girls know, don't feel rushed. Don't feel panicked. Okay, what is meant for you will be. Que será, será. Okay, what is meant to be will be. And don't let, you know, that kind of archaic, honestly, way of thinking make you feel like you have to rush into something. You know, I hear sometimes women saying, you know, like, oh, I'll just settle down with this man because I'm getting older and I need to have a kid. Again, I know we are kind of racing against, you know, our biological clock, against science, against nature. But don't settle either. You know, don't bring a child into this world with someone just for the sake of saying you did it and checking it off a box. Because for me, if marriage is truly just like, oh, well, check, did that. Okay, well, my parents and everybody else told me that at this point in time I should have a kid. So, well, check, have a kid. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I also don't think it's fair to your significant other or that child that you only brought them in because you were looking to complete a task list. Okay, let me let y'all sip on that real quick. Okay, a task list. And that's sometimes how I feel. These standards and requirements are kind of regurgitated back to women over time, generation to generation. And we are kind of just told like, well, you're a great woman if you've been able to accomplish this. Not if you've been able to create generational wealth, not if you've been able to start your own business, not if you've been able to empower other women and men to, no, that's not on the task list. Oh, okay. You raised a good girl. She graduated from college. Somebody wanted to marry her and she can bring you all the kids. Great. She's an accomplished woman. No, baby, not for me. Okay. Not for me. And there's so much more to life. Marriage is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Being able to be blessed to bring the gift of a new life and a child into this world is freaking beautiful. But I just want all my ladies out there to know, if you are not there yet, if that's not something you aspire to, and if you're honestly just quite not sure whether or not you want that, that's okay. And as long as you can understand to love yourself and build on that and work towards that when it's right for you, is when I can honestly say, and again, I don't have all the answers in life, guys. I know I don't. But I'm okay with sitting here and telling you guys, like, I've got a good hunch. We'll be all right. I've got a good hunch, okay? Something's telling me, like, I can just hear it. That's God talking to me saying, baby girl, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Of course, I have days where I sit here and I'm bawling my eyes out, where, you know, I find myself looking at other people on social media. You know, comparison is truly the thief of joy. It really is. And I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm very confident in myself and I know who I am, but I'm also not perfect. And I do have times where I sit there and you can scroll on Instagram for hours and look at all the beautiful weddings and the families and look at your friends and your peers and your cousins and family who might be, you know, at the same age, older, even younger. Girl, the younger cousins is where you be sitting there like, oh, damn, do anybody want me, child? Don't nobody want me. Don't nobody want me, baby girl. But if you can just sit there and realize what God has for you and what he has planned for you will be for you, and you will be okay. Again, I don't have all the answers, but I've kind of got a hunch. You'll be all right. So yes, ladies, hopefully you guys enjoyed this girl talk. I know it was all over the place, but honestly, I prefer filming these videos like this, where, again, I know I say this all the time, but it's not super structured. I feel like it's authentic and I'm just talking to you guys exactly like I talk to all my girlfriends. It's raw, you know, it's candid, and it's truly from my heart. Sorry guys, if you're watching this today, obviously share your thoughts. I don't know if men, you know, I may be wrong. Who knows? Maybe men do feel the same way, you know, kind of these standards and this timeline that society's created for us. If so, please share. Definitely would love to hear from you guys as well. But for my ladies, again, I love you all. And remember, do it on your time. It is okay if you might be the late one to the bunch. What's meant for you will be for you. And yeah, man, don't let anybody else steal your joy. Do it when you know it feels right for you. But with that being said, I love you guys so much. I will see you in my video on Sunday, which will be another fashion post. It is actually going to be a what I wore in a week. So it actually just takes you guys through my different outfits of going into work in the office, and then also some ideas for work from home fits as well. So I'll see you guys on Sunday. Again, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.